And we welcome you into Dodgers Daily for Tuesday, August 17th. I'm Casey Porter of Dodger Poke Report. I'm so glad that you've decided to tune in. There was a lot of good action last night. Oklahoma City took the lead in the top of the 10th inning on Michael Busch's 26th home run of the year. Andy Pajes had a big night for Tulsa last night. Great Lakes had great pitching, and down on the farm and Rancho Cucamonga, the 2022 draft continued to shine. So there's a lot of great action last night. Let's not waste any more time. Let's get right to it, and let's talk Dodgers minor league baseball. Edwin Rios hit his first home run in AAA on his rehab assignment. It came off the bat at 102.8. It traveled 374 very happy feet. Rios is now hitting 306 with an OPS of 794 with OKC, so I'm sure Dodgers fans are very excited about that. Talk about being excited. It's hard not to be excited about Blake Treinen's performance last night with Oklahoma City. He threw 2 cutters that averaged 92.5. He threw 5 sliders at 83 to 84 and 9 sinkers from 93 to 96. So Blake Treinen is on his way back to LA. If you go to my Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook, you can check out every pitch of his performance last night for AAA Oklahoma City. We're going to cover 2 aspects of Michael Busch's offensive game and why he is such a great offensive player. Here is a swinging bunt to beat the shift that he had earlier in the game, and we're going to get to a video here in just a second of a home run, his home run number 26 of the year, that gave Oklahoma City the lead in the top of the 10th. We saw Busch beat the shift with a fairly intentional swinging bunt. Now here is home run number 26 that came in the top of the 10th inning for Michael Busch. He gave Oklahoma City the lead, a lead that they could not hold on to. They eventually lost the game last night, but this was hit 103.7 off the bat, traveled 377 very happy feet for the left-hander out of the University of North Carolina, Michael Busch. Right-handed pitcher Jake Reed had another scoreless performance last night for Oklahoma City, and he has yet to give up a run in all of his 7 innings since he's joined the team. He has struck out 9 during that time. He has just 3 walks as well during that stretch. So if you go to my Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, I don't think we'll get through all of them here on this video, but you can see every pitch of his performance last night. He threw 11 sinkers at 92 to 93 and 4 sliders at 83 to 84. So there it is, Jake Reed. It was a pretty abysmal night last night for the Drillers. They got beat pretty good, but there were some highlights. Tulsa scored 1 run in the top of the first, and that was just about it for them. But there were a couple of highlights. This is one of them. This is Brandon Lewis hitting home run number 15 on the year. It went 418 very happy feet. He has now, Brandon Lewis does, hits in 6 of his last 7 games. Another highlight last night for Tulsa was Andy Pajes, who has been playing great offense last night, and he had a good night last night as well in an otherwise largely forgettable night for the Drillers. He went 2 for 3, Andy Pajes did, with a double and an RBI, and last night was his 4th multi-hit game of the month. And so far in August, his OPS is 1014. So like I said, Andy Pajes is playing very good offense for the Drillers. The Loons got just 3 hits and 2 runs, but it was all they needed because they had great pitching last night, and they beat the Lansing Lugnuts 2-1, who are the high A affiliates of the Oakland A's, thanks in large part to the second outing for Great Lakes, since being in the organization, from Nick Frasso. He was lights out. He went 2.2 innings. He had 5 strikeouts, no walks, and gave up just 1 hit and 1 run. If you go to my Twitter, Facebook, or Instagram, you can check out every pitch of his first inning. So Nick Frasso throwing very well in his 2 outings so far as a Dodger. River Ryan was in his second performance since being promoted to to high A Great Lakes, and he was dominant as well. He went 4.1 innings. He struck out 6. He walked just 1, and he gave up just 1 hit, and like I said, that 1 run. And his 2 outings since being promoted, he has 14 strikeouts in 8.1 innings, just 2 walks. So River Ryan is throwing very well for high A Great Lakes. Wanted to say congratulations to Nick Nastrini for being promoted to Double-A Tulsa. Nastrini is coming off his best outing of the year, where he went 6 his last time out. He struck out 9, he walked just 2, and he gave up no runs. So a well-deserved promotion for Nick Nastrini. Ryan Sablette threw up another 0 for Great Lakes in his 2/3 of an inning worked. He has gone scoreless in 13 of his last 15 outings. And in the last 2 months, check this out, in the last 2 months, Ryan Sablette has 27 strikeouts to just 8 walks, and his batting average against is just 133 this month. So the right-hander out of Texas Tech University throwing very well for Great Lakes. The Cantleberry Tales were a story about success last night for left-handed pitcher out of Missouri, Jacob Cantleberry. Cantleberry, as you're seeing here, the left-hander out of Missouri, threw the last 4 outs and got his 3rd save of the season. Going scoreless, he recorded 2 strikeouts and had no walks. His average against this month, check this out. Average against this month, hitters are only hitting 0.77 against the lefty, and his whip is 0.50. So Jacob Cantleberry throwing very, very well. The Quakes pounded out 15 hits and 15 runs to beat the Modesto Nuts, the single-A affiliates of the Mariners, 15-11. It was a football score last night at Lone Mart Field in Rancho Cucamonga in front of 981 fans. 22 draft pick, that class again was shining, and you're seeing Dalton Rushing, left-handed catcher, left-handed hitting catcher, had 3 hits last night, 3 RBIs, including his 2nd and 3rd double since joining the club. He is another Louisville product and another catcher, just like Will Smith. And I know Dodgers fans love Will Smith. He's hitting .412 since becoming a Quake with an OPS of 1239. So left-handed hitting catcher Dalton Rushing out of Louisville is having a great start to his time as a Dodger. Catcher / utility player Jorge Fernandez had 3 hits and 2 RBIs for the Quakes, including his 14th double of the year. He is a 19-year-old out of Venezuela. He's one of those 3 guys in a row: Diego Cartaya, Jorge Fernandez, Jesus Calise, that was drafted consecutive years out of Venezuela as a catcher. He's hitting .314 this month with an OPS of 886, so he's playing very good offense. He's hitting .291 overall on the year with an OPS of 801. So Jorge Fernandez playing very good offense for the Rancho Cucamonga Quakes. 2022 draft pick and outfielder out of Maryland, Bubba Aleene, had 2 hits and an RBI for the Quakes and has hits in his last 4 games, including a home run, 4 RBIs, a triple, 4 runs scored, and 10 total bases during that stretch. So Bubba Aleene, the left-handed hitting outfielder out of the University of Maryland, has really made a splash since he has come to the Dodgers through the 2022 draft. 2022 draft pick and 3rd baseman Nick Bitterson, another one of those 2022 drafts, hit his 2nd home run and is hitting .297 since joining the Quakes with an OPS of 976. He has 3 multi-hit games in his last 4 that he has played in, and he is 8 for his last 15, so he's been hot in the last couple games with a home run and 5 RBIs, 3 runs scored, and 11 total bases. This is not video from last night, but I wanted to give you a look at right-hander Reynaldo De Paula, who threw 2 scoreless innings last night in a very high-scoring game. He has not given up a run this entire month. That spans 6 outings in 9 innings, and during this month of August, he has 9 strikeouts to just 2 walks. So watch out for this right-hander Reynaldo De Paula. He is very, very good. I'm glad that you tuned in for another edition of Dodgers Daily for Tuesday, August 17th, and I hope that you tune in tomorrow. I also hope that you visit DodgerPokeReport.com or visit Dodger Poke on all the social media platforms, Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, or become a subscriber to our podcast. Click like or leave a comment and let us know what you think so we can keep providing you content like this in the future. As always, thanks for tuning in, and go Dodgers.